guys, it's Lydia. If you're new to my channel, hi, and if not, then welcome back to another one of my videos. In today's video, I am here with things that I would not buy again, or I would de-influence you from putting on your holiday wish list. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. These are all things I either have and regret getting, things that I would never want. With anything from Missouri, I feel like this is a really overrated brand. The pieces just aren't high enough quality, and I feel like they're over influenced and have just taken over. I also would never rebuy my Lisa Goslin Happy Face pave bracelets. I wore them for probably, I want to say, a year and a half off and on anytime I'd be like going out or trying to dress cute. All of the little diamonds came out of them and it turned my arm green. Customer service would do nothing about it. That's just how it wears. So I would not buy that ever again. Stuffed plush that's trending, a Labubu. Jelly cats, honestly, like, yes, they're cute, but come on, they're a stuffed animal and we're grown adults. Collecting designer sneakers, I get it, but I don't. And I just would never want to spend that much money on like a sneaker. I'd rather invest in like a really nice pair of heels instead of having sneakers, because heels are more trendy and timeless. Like Louboutins, red bottoms, like getting a pair of red bottoms opposed to a pair of $700 Nikes. Like, come on. Little tiny perfume sampler sets from Sephora that don't come with a coupon to buy a full size after. I just feel like I can just get the samples for free anytime I make a purchase. I'd rather a full size bottle. So popular, but a red light therapy mask, I really just don't think this works, and I feel like just being pushed in our face for consumerism purposes. Summer Fridays products are not my favorite. I just think there's so many better ones that are worth the hype and worth the price a lot more. I really do like Laneige more than Summer Fridays, and I like Rhode more than Summer Fridays, so I will not be buying any more Summer Fridays. I like some of their products, and I do have an entire guide on them on my channel because I've bought so many. Maybe I just got sick of them because of that, but I do have a guide if you are looking for the best ones. I have that up on my channel. Skims bodysuit. I have so much beef with Skims. First time I ever wore it was a night out in New York City, and I was pulling it on and my acrylic nail went through the back and split the entire seam upside. You cannot tell me that is my fault for that. Like, that is insane. So I emailed them and nothing. They're like rounded too. It's like a nail should not be able to like go through a piece of fabric when putting it on. Like, I wasn't even, we could go down a rabbit hole with that one. Skims bodysuits, goodbye. $160 to not even wear once. Aloe Accolade sweater, specifically in black. It has just peeled so bad. It's supposed to give like clean, put together airport aesthetic. It's giving Walmart. My Adidas Sambas, I love the look of them, but they're the most uncomfortable sneaker I own. Bath & Body Works soap. I have really bad psoriasis, especially on my hands and in the winter. I realize now, but that was the problem, and literally making my hands bleed because the soap is so full of so many unnecessary things that it was just destroying my hands. There's so many soaps that don't need to smell like a Christmas fairy tale. We can smell like vanilla cashmere instead. I have a couple Gucci rings. Love this one because it doesn't scratch, but I got this Gucci heart one. Like, this is the one I originally wanted the first time I got the other one, and it is just so scratched. It's so destroyed, and like, I know you can probably buff it out. For the price tag on this, first day I wore it, it was like already scratched, which sucks for like a luxury item. I would just never buy a Dyson. Same with AirPod Maxes. I've seen a lot of people say they regret buying them, and I know I would too. The idea of like running with a giant bulky headset would make me feel like claustrophobic. Like, I just don't like the idea of that. A foundation, the Ilia foundation, burnt my skin. It has something in it that's supposed to be like good for your skin, and it broke me out so bad. Like, the worst acne, the worst rash. That's probably just my body reacting poorly to it, but just like that foundation, I didn't like the way it looked either. I found it really cakey, not my favorite. This is a really weird one, but a Brita filter. One of those things that I just feel like it gets moldy. You never want to change the filter. I used it for like 2 months, and then it sat in the back of my fridge just collecting dirt. Like, I just, not collecting dirt, but like, you know what I mean. I feel like every single person buys one at least once. Sometimes it stays around, but like how often are you changing that filter? Not enough. This is on me, but I use my Stanley cup for coffee. I felt like I could never clean it enough. The straw went missing. Now I just have a Stanley cup with no straw, and it just started to collect gunk. The amount of times, like, it doesn't fit in my cup holder in my car, so the amount of times that cup got knocked over and spills all over my seat was just enough to trigger me. Like, there was this one day, I was on my way to work, my cup falls over, it all starts leaking out through the top. The whole top is just like pooling with coffee all over my Marc Jacobs bag. My bag is now smelling like milk. I had no napkins in my car, so I had to use a sock from the backseat to like soak it up, and that was my final straw. I threw that cup in the garbage after that shift that day because I was so mad that cup just like, it wasn't locked enough. I'm paying like $50 for a cup. I want it to be able to be sealable and not spillable. I have 2 things left on my list. I'm gonna add a Kindle to this, which is unpopular, but I feel like the joy of like reading a book is being disconnected from a screen. Like, if I'm reading a book, it's because I'm sick of my phone. It's because I'm sick of TV. I don't need the blue light glowing in my face. I want the enjoyment of like actually reading a book. And I feel like a Kindle just doesn't give you that. Imagine you're reading a book and then your Kindle dies. Lastly, this is a luxury item. I don't have this, but any Van Cleef jewelry, I just think the design has been so duped and so copied that now that if someone's wearing it, I just assume it's fake and I just assume it's cheap. So it just doesn't look expensive anymore. I feel like there's so many other nice pieces you could get instead. That is gonna be it for this video. I feel like I was just a hater in this video, which is very not like me. It is going to be it for this video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Comment down below anything you disagree with, because I know someone's gonna be coming for me in the comments for some of these. Post new videos every Wednesday and Saturday, and I'll see you guys in the next one.